Carlene, even though it's a little hot and a little humid, it's getting a little bit better. Maybe some nice outdoor dining weather, especially maybe at the boathouse.
Oh, this is true. So temperature's going to be cooler tomorrow, Jesse.
Okay.
But the humidity said, I'm sticking around.
Girl, it's the weekend. Put a hat on. Don't worry about the hair.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put it in a ponytail this weekend because, yeah, you're still talking about the humidity out there. We will have some cloud cover that's going to roll in. Also talking about a coastal eddy that's going to develop that's going to help bring down temperatures as we go into the start of the weekend. So that's going to be on Saturday morning, starting off with that marine layer west of the mountains. And you'll see the impact it will have on our highs for tomorrow. So taking a look at how we shaped up for it today, we had the 70s right along the coast. 79 degrees was the high today for Oceanside. Also talking about 87 for Fallbrook, as well as 90s. We had that for Escondido, for Ramona, as well as Valley Center. 80 degrees today for Miramar, as well as 104 for Borrego Springs. The coast is looking pretty good out there, so we do have the surf up to about 4 feet as we go into this evening, and lots of little specks in the distance, just people enjoying that sunshine. You got 72 degrees as the current temperature for downtown. You're also talking about 71% when it comes to our relative humidity, and some light winds out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. So afternoon storms will continue to favor the mountains as well as the desert. That's going to be the case by tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours, and we didn't see much activity for today. As I mentioned, we had an area of high pressure over central California, so that brought in some drier air in the upper levels, but we still had some high clouds out there. We're going to see some cumulus clouds building by tomorrow, still holding on to some heat and humidity, so that's going to be across the mountains and the desert. Now here's the thing, you're talking about slightly cooler temperatures for the upcoming weekend because of that coastal eddy developing, and so that's going to be west of the mountains. We start to dry out by the second half of the weekend, which is good news, drier conditions, but it's going to be short-lived. We are looking at yet another influx with monsoonal moisture by next week. Taking a look at that forecast for this weekend, like Jesse said, it's the weekend, so regardless, it's going to be pretty nice out there. You got the 70s going strong right along the coast, also starting off the day with those upper 60s for your overnight lows. We will have that stronger onshore push as we go into the second half of the weekend, start to dry out, and that will be the case as we go into about Tuesday. Your surf forecast, as I mentioned, up to about 4 feet and a moderate risk of rip currents at our local beaches, and still a very high UV index. That water temperature also went up in La Jolla by 1 degree at 74. You're looking at the 70s going strong all the way into the start of next week for the coast. 80 set to return. That's going to be on Thursday. Also looking at the return of the 90s once we have those cooler temperatures with that coastal eddy west of the mountains. Back into the 90s by next week. Still looking at chances across the mountains for thunderstorm activity in the afternoon hours. Jake?